Hey there, I'm Trytten. I'm the West Coast photographer for Trans Calendar Project 2015. I'm 18. I live in Bellingham, Washington, which is a little bit north of Seattle, a little bit south of Vancouver, right on the border of Washington and Canada. Kind of remote and lonely, but it's pretty. So I'm originally from the Bay Area, Sunnyvale, and I spent a lot of time in San Francisco. Those were like my places, and I miss it a lot, and so eventually I hope to move back to San Francisco, but it's very expensive, and that is just not in the cards for me right now. So what I do is photography, obviously, as I'm the photographer for the Trans Calendar Project, but I started my own portrait business when I was 14 or 15, during my freshman year of high school, and then my sophomore year I got hired to do the California Economic Summit event, and then I started doing more events, and from events turned to weddings and concerts, and I've been published for my concert photography and other miscellaneous work, self-portraits, whatnot. It's what I love to do, and I hope to continue it for the rest of my life, because it is so versatile, and I can combine it with all of my other interests like hiking and nature and hugging trees and making art and being with people and celebrating with people and listening to music, going to concerts. All of photography can be implemented in all of that, and I'm lucky enough to be able to pursue that as my career, do that for my life. In the meantime, I am up here. I was supposed to go to school up here, and then my mental health got really bad and finances got really bad, and I decided that it would be best for me to not go to school, at least right now. So I'm just here working, paying rent, getting a financial cushion, getting comfortable. I have a really amazing therapist up here, and I need to be sane and sound and happy before I move on to any other huge, giant, big thing to stress me out with. I have a tendency to go from one hard thing to another hard thing and make life very difficult for myself, and I want to break that pattern. As far as transition goes, I'm 9 months on T, and I've been transitioning for about a year. I came out my senior year of high school at the beginning of the year, and everybody took it incredibly well, and I got a lot of support from my classmates and teachers and admin and people I've never even met before, and that was really important to me, because a lot of them helped fund my top surgery, which I am almost 6 months post-op with Dr. Crane in San Francisco, and again, without all of these people who were inspired by my story and just liked me as a person or interested in me as a person, they helped me out so much, and I'm really grateful for that. As far as the trans community, I never really had a huge one except for online. I like to stay out of the drama that happens online, because that is prevalent in our community and it messes with my head and exhausts me. So I found some really cool, amazing, close friends who have helped me a lot, and we keep in touch, and they're really important to me, and they've helped me a lot in my transition. As far as in person, I had a lot of trans community people back in the San Francisco area, obviously, because it's San Francisco. And when I moved up here, I thought there was a pretty large queer community, which I'm sure there is, but I feel that because I don't come off as queer or trans, it sort of makes it hard to fit into those circles without feeling like I don't belong there. And that's been kind of difficult, because I know that there are queer, awesome trans people around. It's just hard to find them and hard to make friends with them when I'm not wearing a sign that says, "Hey, I'm trans, be my friend. I'm trans too. Are you trans? Let's be friends." When I came out, it wasn't really a huge surprise to anybody. A lot of people were shocked or confused, but they hadn't known me for a long period of time, because right before I came out, I was doing sort of like over the top, trying to be feminine to sort of see if that worked for me, and it did not at all. And that was like the final, like, yep, I'm trans. But when I was little, I have very distinct memories, and a lot of my family remember that I was very much like a tomboy, and I would actually say to my parents that, hey, you know what, today I'm a boy, and that's who I am. And yeah, and then they'd be like, okay, when are you gonna be a girl? And I was like, I could be a girl tomorrow. And little did they know, tomorrow never comes. It's just a figment of our imagination, and blah. It was apparent, and I remember watching like a segment on the news or something about trans youth and children, and I connected so much with that. I think it was about 4 or 5, and I pointed at the TV and I was like, that's me, that's exactly what I feel. Oh my gosh, that's exactly it. And then it was a bunch of like, let's turn off the TV now. And no, like, no, that's not you. That's like, let's get away from that. And so my whole trans identity from my childhood got shut down there. But I mean, I've had a lot of support, and I'm not in a bad place as far as my relationships with family. It's very accepting and awesome about the whole trans thing, and it really hasn't changed anything in my family, so I'm really grateful for that. I've been really happy about my transition. Like, I'm happy with how I look and how I feel and how comfortable I am, and how easy it's been for me to deal with other important things in my life and not have to worry about dysphoria all the time. And although I have changed so much in such a short period of time, it does kind of get shocking and difficult to process the fact that this is me and I'm where I want to be, and it's happened like that. It gets kind of freaky at times, but I'm overall really happy and grateful for everything that's happened, and I'm really excited to be a part of the Trans Calendar Project. I think it's a super important project, and I hope to be here for years to come. Nice to meet you. My name is Trytten, and peace out. Bye.